This video is to go over the SEO reports for Cortese disposal as of the end of January 2019, and along with this video I will be sending you in an email all the documents that I will be going over with you in this video. And these documents are basically going over everything from Google Analytics to our actual rankings and traffic. So first I'm just going to quickly go over Google Analytics and show you the breakdown of everything that's happening. So right here, this is our Google Analytics data, and it's showing us this month there have been 550 visits to your website. Of those 550 visits, 457 of those have been unique users, meaning it's not the same person with the same IP address going to your website over and over again. These are actually people with unique IP addresses visiting your website. In total, you've had 856 page views. Now this pie chart breaks everything down based on how people went to your site. So most people that went to your site went there through directly typing in the URL. If you move your mouse and hover over this pie chart right here, you'll see that these are people who went to their browser up here and typed in CorteseDisposal.com. That's 53% of your traffic. Now 45% of your traffic, they came to your website through Google search. So organic search. What that means is they went to Google and they typed something in. They typed in a key phrase that your website shows up in the results for. Now I want to let you know, and I'm sure you know we've already spoken about this, but SEO, it is a process. It takes a lot of time to build rank, search engine ranking, and website authority and things of that nature. But I do want to show you we're off to a very good start. So there are a number of key phrases that we've been optimizing for where we show up in number one and in the top 5 in general. For example, roll-off containers White House. We show up number 1 right here in the map in a 3-pack, which is great. And we also show up number 1 in the organic SEO underneath the map. For Hampton roll-off containers, again, we show up number 1 in the maps. Underneath these 2 ads right here, we show up number 1 in the maps. For Franklin roll-off dumpsters, we show up number 1 in the local SEO. So there's no Google 3-pack. There's only one local business in the maps for this key phrase, and we show up there. For Bloomsbury roll-off containers, again, we show up. There's only one spot for local for this key phrase. We have that spot. We also rank number 1 in the organic SEO as well. Franklin roll-off dumpsters, we rank number 1 in the map right here. For Bloomsbury roll-off dumpsters, underneath these 4 Google ads, we rank number 1 in the organic search results. And for Ringos, we rank number 1 in the organic search results. So we're off to a pretty great start. We didn't rank for any of these key phrases when we first began, and we're only going to keep getting better from here. The goal is to rank everywhere for every key phrase in your area, for multiple different key phrases. When people search for, dumpster rental near me, all the different services you offer, we're going to tackle those key phrases from every possible angle. So this is just a breakdown of people that went to your site. This right here is showing you the local SEO search audit, which basically it's a tool that we have that scans your website, and it basically lets you know how your website is doing from an SEO optimized perspective. So what we did is we went through and we made sure everything on your website, all the coding, all the H1 headers, all the H2 headers, all the meta descriptions, all the alternate tags, everything was perfect. And then we went through your Google My Business page and did the same thing. We made sure your Google My Business page and your website were optimized to the fullest extent that we can possibly do right now. Right here, Rank Checker, this is showing us how are we ranking for the key phrases that we're optimizing. Now, we've only been working with you for 1 month, so it's okay. It'll rank us either poor, okay, or good. So our goal, of course, is to get the Rank Checker up to good. And then links and authority. This right here is basically telling us about your website authority, which is based on these different things. how old your website is, how many indexed pages Google has for your website, link count, linking domains. These are the number of links that lead from other websites through your website, and these are websites that lead to your website. So what we're going to be doing for the next few weeks, few months, is getting this links and website authority. We're going to boost that way up. This Google index count here, right now we have 186. Your average competitor has 12,000. I know it seems pretty intimidating, but within a few months we'll be able to get this number up into the thousands easily. Basically what this is, the Google index count. This is how many opportunities people have to find you via Google search. You can find this out yourself on Google by going to Google and typing in site, S-I-T-E, colon, and then your website, cortesedisposal.com. And right here, it'll give you an estimate of how many pages Google has in its database that lead to your website. Right now, Google says we have 137. This other tool I'm using right here says we have 186. It's an estimate, but really in the next few months, we're going to start to see this number go up. So what this means is right now there are 137 opportunities for people to find you via Google search. We want to boost this way up into the thousands, and we will. So this basically covers the basics. Now let me show you the ranking report. So right now what you're looking at is a ranking report. We will be sending you these every month, and this basically gives you the breakdown showing you where your website ranks for what key phrases. So when you first open up the ranking report, you'll see the rankings by position bar graph. Right now, we've only been doing this for 1 month, so we only have one graph to look at, but in the future, we'll be able to compare this graph to future graphs, or I should say, we'll be able to compare future graphs to this graph to track our progress. And this is basically giving us the breakdown, showing us how many search terms we have ranking in key positions. In other words, if you hover your mouse over this graph, it tells us that there are 64 searches people can make where cortesedisposal.com shows up number 1. And then there's over 100 searches people can make where cortesedisposal.com shows up somewhere between position 2 and 5, and so on and so forth. And this is for Google, Google Mobile, Google Maps, Bing, and Yahoo. So it's a very comprehensive report. Now when we scroll down, we get to the rankings table, and this gives us the key phrase that we're optimizing for on the left, followed by the actual ranking that we have on the right for both Google, Google Mobile, Google Maps, Bing, and Yahoo. Now this is an interactive SEO report. So, for example, Bloomsbury roll-off dumpsters. It says we rank number 1. In order to see this live in Google, you just click that number 1, then click search results page. It'll pull up a live Google search. And as you can see right here, number 1, underneath the ads, we rank cortesedisposal.com. Just a few more things about these reports. If you happen to see this little purple graphic right here, this indicates that we're ranking in the maps, but there's not a 3-pack. There's only one local business for this key phrase. So click that, click search results page. You can see we rank right here, Hunterdon County Disposal, Cortese Disposal. We rank number 1 as the only local business available for this key phrase. Of course, we also rank number 1 organically underneath the ads as well. Now, if you happen to see a letter next to your ranking, for example, roll-off containers White House or Hampton roll-off dumpsters, this indicates that we rank number 1 in the Google 3-pack. So if we take a look at the map right here, for this key phrase, Google has 3 local businesses that they'll list. You guys show up number 1 for that. So basically the 3 categories here, if it's just a number, that means you're in the regular organic results. If there's these 2 purple rectangles, it means you're showing up in the maps as the only local business Google has listed for that key phrase. If there's a letter A, B, or C, it means you're showing up in the Google 3-pack for that key phrase. So look at all the key phrases that we're ranking number 1 for. Of course, like I said, this is only the very beginning. We're only getting started. we have not been able to, comprehensively optimize for all the key phrases in all the areas, because SEO is a process, a very time-consuming process. But even still, after 1 month, we've ranked #1 for all these different key phrases: Bloomsbury roll-off dumpsters, Lebanon, Ringo's White House, Bloomsbury, Franklin, Clinton, Annandale, Highbridge, Pittstown, Reddington, Pittstown again, Flemington. All these rankings that we're seeing right now are all in the top 5, meaning the top 5 results in Google or Yahoo or Bing. So you can look through this report for yourself, and of course, we'd love to set up a phone conversation to go over this if you would like to. As we move forward, we're going to just keep optimizing for the key phrases, for the areas and the services that you offer. And our goal is really to just dominate everything so that we can rank #1 for everything, both in the maps, where applicable, because we are limited geographically based on Google's algorithm. But then when it comes to the organic underneath the map, we can really hit that really hard. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you.